The Butter Battle book is a Dr. Seuss based animation from 1989. It's directed by Ralph Bakshi, written, of course, by Dr. Seuss, with a voice cast including Charles Durning, Christopher Collins, Miriam Flynn, Clive Revill, Joseph Cousins, Jim Cummings, and Hal Smith. And when it comes to Dr. Seuss stories, sometimes I think the stories are really good and I really enjoy them, and sometimes I think they're really dull. And unfortunately, both the story and the animation for the Butter Battle book are not very good. The concept is interesting. It's about these two opposing clans, if you like, and one of them, the Yooks, butter their bread buttered side up, as most people do. The Zooks eat their bread with the butter side down. So when they're holding it, they're actually holding it upside down. And they start this war because they both think that the other is doing something so ludicrous that it deserves to be fought out in a war. And the film, or I guess the book, is all about them fighting out this battle. And I found it to be very dull. There is some silly humour in this that will definitely appeal to younger children, such as this Kickapoo Kid, which is this gun that they put poo-a-doo powder in. So you can imagine the kind of humour that young children are going to find in this. And I think that definitely works very well. But usually with Dr. Seuss stories, I find that they can appeal to people of all ages, and I just didn't really feel like that was the case here. So the story I found to be not very interesting, and then I found the animation to be really, really boring. The characters are not interesting to look at, in my opinion. The colour palette is bright and bold, but it's not very satisfying. So the story was dull. The characters are, they're fine. I don't really have any opinions on the characters. And the animation is not that nice. So this just didn't really have that much to offer me. And that's a shame. There are some Dr. Seuss stories I really love. There are a couple that I don't think are very great. But I'd say this is the weakest of the ones that I've seen. As I've mentioned before, for some ridiculous reason, I didn't read Dr. Seuss when I was growing up. It's just, I don't ever remember ever coming across a Dr. Seuss story as a child. And that's ironic because we shared the same birthday. But I am enjoying exploring them through films, adaptations, cartoons as an adult, and generally they're pretty entertaining. But sadly, the Butter Battle book is not one that I enjoyed. I don't recommend it in general, but if you are a Dr. Seuss fan, then I would say definitely check it out, come to your own conclusions, see what you think of it. But if you're just looking for a decent cartoon with a fun story and some nice animation, then the Butter Battle book is not one that I'd say is worth checking out.